Well, I did it. I went and deleted the entire world that my game was built on for the past 2 years. It's gone, but this was intentional. I wanted to create something new because there were big problems with the old world. But to understand the solution, let's talk about why I deleted the world map to begin with. First, the world was too large for a single file. Loading the world in the engine, loading the game to test bug fixes, all of that was getting extremely cumbersome. Load times and memory usage was getting too high. The second reason is I wanted to make the world more detailed, but I can't make the world more detailed if it's already causing issues. And the last reason is I want to have better zombie pathing. And this is really partially the first two issues combined. The logic for the zombies to find the player was too cumbersome, and it was significantly slowing the game down unless I either lower the amount of zombies, lower the world detailer size, or make them do things like not collide with objects or walls. None of those things really fit my project, except, well, the zombies will still sometimes move through walls. We can talk about that at a later time. So what's the solution? Chunks. Yep, to make the world chunky. What are chunks? Chunks are just the old world map, but split into lots of smaller maps. And how mine work are when the player is on a part of the map, a chunk, it also loads all of the surrounding neighboring chunks. When, let's say, the player moves off the center chunk, which is currently highlighted in red, and we move to the right, you see it removed the chunks that were on the left side of the screen and loaded in the new chunks to the right. These chunks in my game are 16 by 16 tiles, or about 256 total tiles if we're not near the edge of the map. And we're loading 9 of these chunks at a time. Additionally, all my world decorations are also going to be saved on these chunk layers, meaning they're loaded and removed from memory as well, as you can see with some of the small details I've started adding back on the top left. This will drastically make the game work better overall. I'm hoping to increase the amount of zombies while lowering their stats, and soon have improved pathfinding thanks to the new system. So let's look at this chunk system that I've made already here. As you can see, the outline is just an example. When I go into the world map, we've got these chunk layers. What a chunk is in the code is very small. It's just a node that details the size of the tiles and how many tiles are there, and an ID based on where it is in the world position. That's it. That's all a chunk in itself is. But what puts it all together is my map viewer script, which is a tool script with a lot of different functions that let me do things like move from one chunk to another, track the position in the world, track the bounds of the world, but I can even do neat things with it. Like, let's say I want to make a new chunk over here on the right. I can just create a new chunk, and I can click to open that chunk to go directly to it. Now this chunk is currently empty because I haven't added anything to it, but you can see how easily it'll be to move around, view, and change these chunks as needed. So if I go to one of my existing chunks, I can add all the details to the world, add all of the layers, floor layers, grime, walls, fog, all the decorations for this part of the map. I can add details like different audio for different chunks on the map or sections of a chunk. I can store this all individually on this one piece. So the next task is to go through and basically remake the whole world that I've been working on for a long time. What I've thrown together here is just a small example so that you can see that I have the chunks working. Obviously, I don't have the world fleshed out yet since I just did this today. But thankfully, I've already got the main parts of the system down here in under a day. I'll be able to get back to remaking the world as soon as tonight, which I'm very happy to be doing. I thought this was going to take me much longer, but I was able to get it working quickly. So my whole chunk system is already working and in place. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.